Salina. It's a bad baby. Oak Cliff girl. Can't make you change my world. Damn, you're so fine, girl. Oak Cliff girl. Put them heels on and prove.
Welcome to Selena's Couch, where you are welcome to be free to be yourself. So you can lay your head on my couch, on my pillows.
It's all good, we can do whatever we wanna do now. I'm in my bag right now, and I got a feeling, babe, yeah. You're gonna be my number one lover. Spend the night making love to each other. With the lights on top of the covers. Just me and you, babe. And I feel like you're my
Love you to Reese's Pieces.
Get you a word. Nana nana boo boo.
Hey y'all, good to see you. I have a little cold, but not going to work tomorrow. So I said, you know what? Let me just do a live stream. Today I've been lacking. Hey Goten, hey Divine, good to see you, sweetie. Good to see you. And for those who will come in, hello. I might do an open panel if anybody would like to come up to talk about this. Some people kind of shy away from certain things, but I wanted to touch on it because it seems to be a subject that people are talking about lately, especially with the young lady. She's a rapper, and I don't know if y'all seen this, but I think she's like 500 pounds, and she was denied a Lyft driver because of her weight. He said that it was going to affect his tires. So she's suing him at, I guess, for discrimination. A lot of people feel like they have been body shamed because of, the size that they are. And in the world that we live in, people are visual, so your body image is what people see. Nobody looks at you and say you have a great heart. If they choose to get to know you, then they can decide from there if you have a good heart or not. But for the most part, men and women, I would say, are visual in this day and point. um yeah, Orlando, I wasn't feeling too good today, so I just kind of rested. You know, being out in these, I went to a cousin had another we went out for a birthday gathering, and I was out in the cold air. So my chest was out in the cold air. So, and I had already was feeling like I was getting a little sick anyway. So that just kind of added to it, I think. But yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm definitely going to get to the doctor. Hopefully it's not nothing like a flu or anything. But I wanted to come on here and share this story because I've been trying to do this live for a few days now, and I just kept putting it back. But anyway, I wanted to share this, guys. I want to share this with y'all, and rest in peace to those people that lost their lives in the plane crash over last week. I think it was over 30 people, maybe it was close to 40 people that were found. Deceased. And then I think it was 6 people in the other crash in Philadelphia. And, something's going on in the atmosphere. I don't know what. And, but it's kind of making me feel like, my plans for traveling this coming year might be kind of, kind of put to a hold because, I'm not saying you can't die. You can die anyway if it's your time, but at least you have a chance if you're on the land, I guess. But instead of being in the air, and I'm not making light of it, but it is definitely scary what's going on with these planes today. So I definitely would like to give these people, their families, condolences and prayers for people that have passed on due to that, and they had children on the plane as well. Oh, that was just horrifying to know that they was just children and people, on there that thought that this was, just another day, but unfortunately, um life happens to a lot us all, so we just never know how it's going to turn out. We just hope for the best and do the best we can. But anyway, I want to share this first with y'all. It was a single by choice, and I saw this, and the young lady is from Dallas, Texas, so I thought it was pretty funny. On It's called "Single by Choice," and she's a heavyset girl. You know what I'm saying? I'm a thickums. I don't want to get no thicker than what I am, but she's a thickums, and she's proud of it, but some other people may not be so proud, to see that. A lot of people are they discriminate against, you know, some people just call them fat, but people that have a little bit more meat on their bones, okay, as they say back in the day. But she is definitely a big girl. We see some people that were about the body positivity, that was very upset with people. And I don't know if you guys know, well, some of y'all should know Lizzo. She was very upset when people didn't like how she looked and talked about her weight. But you see, she done went in the gym and she done lost some weight and she's looking really nice. Like I said, I don't care what nobody say. People are about image, especially if you are in social media or if you're in any type of platform that you are like a public forum. You are going to be, people are going to judge you. People are going to judge you because of how you look, big or small, but especially if you're big. And a lot of people do not like big people. They think big people are disgusting. They think they're lazy. They have all types of um, things that they describe in the negatively about bigger people. Not every big person is lazy. Some people have lupus and their body blows up. And when I say blows up, their body it gets large. It sometimes it gets larger, maybe because of the steroids that they're taking, or the body chemistry. It's not always because a person is lazy and they're fat. They just want to eat all day. There's different medical reasons on why people are the way they are, and then there is some people that are lazy and they want to eat all the time. But there's some issues with that. Why are they lazy and eating all the time? It's a reason. Some people depressed and some people is like, get up and walk if you depressed. Well, that might not be the way that they have always been used to dealing with their depression. Maybe they started that as a child and all they would do is eat, because they, was a child, that's the only thing they can do. I know it's women. In some ways, some women have been sexually molested, not all, but sometimes some women have been sexually molested by men and they gain weight so that they can be less attractive and less appealing to men. So some women go into that. So there's different reasons why people are the way they are. And the best thing for us to do is to keep our mouth off of folks because we don't know what people got going on. Hey D, what's up? You say, look like lady over here just a few 100 pounds smaller. Oh wow. Well, we'll see what's gonna happen. I'm gonna put the link in the chat if anybody would like to come up and talk about this. Let's see. Some people don't really care, but I was kind of interested in it, to be honest with you. It sure is. And for some people, they thought I was going to respond to a certain thing. I'm not responding to anything that none of these people are doing over here. Because really, to be honest with you, it's just a game of these folks. And if you keep responding to their foolishness, they're going to keep doing it. So what's the point? Let people have it.
Scorpio season. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday.
Do a little dance.
What did you do for your birthday today?
Just had lunch. That's it. It's a Monday.
It's a Monday. That's what you did?
I partied over the weekend with like my cousins.
Okay, that's true.
My friends.
So. Okay. All right. Let's get into it. Heavenly Dallas, Texas, 39. So you're a Scorpio. You have any kids?
I do.
So what do you guys think so far? She's 39. She has, I think, 2 kids. Some people are saying she's cute. She's cute in the face and thick in the waist, something like that. What do you guys think about that? I'm just curious.
I do have kids.
How many kids?
I have 4 kids.
Oh,
4 kids. How old are your 4 kids?
I have an 18-year-old. I have 18, 16, 14, and 4.
You said wife and kids?
I have 3 by my ex-husband and then 1 by an ex.
So why are you not with the 4-year-old dad?
It just didn't work out. I mean, we've been broke up almost 2 years now, so.
Okay, almost 2 years.
It is what it is.
Okay. Heavenly Dallas, Texas, 39 Scorpio, mom of 4 kids. What do you do for a living?
So I am a financial advisor, and I'm a plus size model. So I'm an influencer for other big girls. I do my big girl events. I'm pro, like we're plus size, but being healthy, being able to move around, enjoy life, that type of thing. Not the plus size and they want to eat. You know what I'm saying? Like the new trend on TikTok where they're eating, and that's weird to me. That's weird.
Wait, what do you mean? The plus size that eat is weird to you?
No, I'm saying like right now it's a trend where like it's like plus size women and they are like eating like big stacks of waffles and like big things of meat, and it's like a trend or something. I don't know.
Okay, first of all, look, just talk about you, ma'am. That's one thing about that I see what's wrong with people on here. They always talk about other people when they are they are kind of having, I would say, some of the same behaviors. She didn't get this big eating vegetables, okay? So let's just stick with what are some really good attributes about you. Talk about you're a loving person, talk about you are business minded, things like that, I don't know why she went into that because that doesn't make any sense. And people know that she's not just eating vegetables, she's eating more than vegetables. So, and I don't dog anybody about their weight because like I said, I'm a thickums too. But I also believe in not just eating everything you see that's in front of you. And I also believe in exercising as well. So it's really interesting how she goes into talking about some of the big people that just eat and eat and eat. Well, I don't know why she brought that up. That don't make no sense, but okay.
It's so weird, but I can't get behind that.
You can't get behind that. Okay.
It looks to me like it's been burger after burger after burger.
Okay, she looks like the same side. So I don't know. And like I said, I'm not saying this young lady because I don't want her seeing me in Dallas and trying to get say something to me. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And also just to give us some grace, the camera does put 10 pounds on you. So you be thinking you fit and fine and all that. Then you get on the camera like, well, damn, I look like I'm blowed up, So sometimes the camera can be put 10 pounds on you, I would say. But in her case, I'm gonna say it may put 10 pounds, but maybe it's more, some of that is a lot of her. So we'll see what these men have to say, Gavin X and Mr. Walker.
Big Mama up here. She says she big with dignity. I don't know how you can be. She's advocating for plus size. That sounds like the devil's work because it's cruel because it ain't right. All right, you don't want to be on medications. You want to ride roller coasters. You don't want to have to buy 2 plane tickets. You don't want to do these things.
All that. Stop the cap. Stop. Body positivity was a hoax. It was another bad bill of goods they sold you. Women, you could be big as you want. You could be plus size and healthy, if you will. You heard her. Plus size and healthy. No, ma'am. No, sir. No, ma'am. Every time she goes to her doctor and get her yearly checkup, that dude be scared to say he come there and he say, Bonquisha, you could afford. He all somber. He's like, you can afford to, get in the gym. It wouldn't hurt. A little raw.
I gotta agree with him. Like I do with a lot of different things. I think out here is a bunch of crap like women empowerment and body positivity. I believe it's a bunch of crap. At the end of the day, people want other people to lie to them and tell them, oh, you're okay, you're great, when you're not so great. And let me say this, not all skinny people are fit either. There's some skinny people, there's some people that are not heavy and they are in very bad health. So let's just get that clear. You don't have to be 600 pounds, 200 to 600 pounds to be in bad health. You can be 150, 100 pounds and still be in bad health. So let's just be real on that. So the body positive movement, positivity movement was based on women saying, you know what, we're tired of the world thinking just because we're fat, we're undesirable, we're unwanted. So we need to make sure the world doesn't discriminate against us. And we love who we are and forget everybody else in their worldview of how they see fat people. Well, people all care. We all care what other people think to an extent. Let's just keep it 100. Nobody wants to go out here being undesirable. Nobody wants to go out here and people think the worst of them. Like, let's just be honest with them. Now, it should be, I would say every thought in your mind is about what people think. That should not be it either. But we all care to an extent how some people view us, and that's just real life. So the body positivity came out from women wanting to okay their bad behavior or okay them being overweight, and like I said, you can be underweight and still have body issues, to be clear. But it's basically to make people feel good about them being overweight and more morbid obese. I mean, let's just keep it 100. I do not agree with people being being discriminated against because of their weight. I do not believe in that. I believe just like I don't believe in people discriminating someone because of the color of their skin. Now, we can't change the color of our skin unless we whiten it. But at the same time, with weight, we can. But at the same time, I still don't think people should discriminate people because of how big they are, or how little they are, for that matter. So I think that, when this movement was made, it was made to make people feel good about them being morbid obese, and that's not a good thing. I don't think no one should discriminate anyone for how they look, but at the same time, don't make an excuse for it either if it's something that you can change. You can change your weight. You know what I'm saying? Is it difficult? Absolutely. If you're not disciplined, if you don't have a meal plan, if you just do eat whatever you see, and you're used to doing that, the habit can be kind of hard to break. But at the same time, people just need to stop lying to themselves. we all care to a certain extent how other people see us, and that's just point blank. Now, you shouldn't care for everybody's opinion, but for those people that you deem to be, I guess, somebody you respect or somebody maybe you are like or attracted to, you want them to see you as desirable. And sometimes that's not always the case. Everybody has a different preference. Some people like big people, some people like little people, some people like real dark people, some people like real light skinned people. Everybody has a preference, but at the same time, don't lie about certain things in your life. Like if you are morbid obese, if you know you need to be walking instead of eating, chomping down on some ribs and stuff, and you need to be eating some salmon, or you need to be taking a walk instead of you just sitting watching TV all day eating all kinds of junk food, then just be honest about it. And so that's why I think the body positivity movement came out of. It's making people feel good when they know they need to, they need to lose some weight. Hey, Blaze. Hey, CX. Good to see you. So that, a lot of the people, they want acceptance, but the thing is, accept you and be happy with you. Now, if you happy with you being morbid obese, which I hope you would, but then let that be you. Be happy with it. But you can't make everybody happy with how you look. You just can't. And I think about the girl that sit up there, she's trying to sue the Lyft driver. The Lyft driver is a private contractor, so he can pretty much accept or deny anybody in his vehicle. But it could be under discrimination. It may work for her in her favor. But I don't know. Like I said, I think as people, we just need to stop lying to ourselves and lying to people, and call a spade a spade. And it might hurt people's feelings and everything. Like I said, I'm a thick girl myself, but I don't have to buy, thank God, I don't have to buy two seats in the airplane, on the airplane. I don't have to worry about getting in a car and making the back of the car go all the way down. And, you can feel it and see it when I get in the car. Thank God I don't have that issue. But some people do. And, and it's not to be made fun of. I'm not saying don't make fun of it, don't discriminate, but it is the truth. People will look at you and judge you. That's just a part of life. You can be skinny, you can be fat, you can be medium sized. People are going to look and they're going to judge. And I think the body positivity has definitely did more damage than good. It is not okay where you can hardly breathe walking up the stairs. Now, I can see if you have a cold like me or flu, what else, you got something like that. But if you are huffing and puffing going up one flight of stairs, you have a problem. And it's something that definitely you need to tend to. And being okay with that, is not okay. So that's my opinion. But there is people that have health issues also that can't help it, and they are in that position. So they need extra help. They need the surgery. There's other things that they may need that they can't just exercise like normal people, because they have too much weight. So anyway, that's how I feel about it. Let me finish playing this.
Salad be good for you.
But she got 4 kids by multiple men. So she's out here getting results with 4 baby daddies, a 4-year-old.
So somebody's sleeping with her. You know what I'm saying? She has 4 baby daddies. I'm thinking from what they were saying on here. So somebody like it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's not a good record for anyone to have, to me. Even if you are a baby father and you got 5 different kids from 5 baby mamas, they don't look good. That means you've been out here thotting a little too much. So let's see how this goes.
Kendra said, what's up with that man? He probably still clapping cheeks, more than likely.
I like the way you slid in them 4 baby daddies. She said she was married, huh? Don't be throwing no asterisks on hers.
Oh, she was married on one of them.
Okay. All right. Well, you said you're a plus size model. This usually comes later down the questions, but I want to see the Kendra Cam
Look,
now.
I got my little stand with me because I'm in the hot seat.
Okay. I want to see the Kendra Cam now. I want to see you do this model walk for us. She said she's a plus size model. So let's see it. Let's see it. Can you give us the Kendra Cam early? This is what you do if you get paid to do this, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's see it. Woo, did she get disconnected? I hope not. Did it work? Hello. Oh, okay. Let's.
Happened, it just cut out.
Okay. Let's do the Kendra Cam. I want to see this model walk.
Okay. Let me go.
Okay.
But I'm in
She's
my
an advocate for
bathroom.
the big girls, and she's a plus size model. Let's get it. Let me see you walk. Let me see you walk. Let me see you. Uh-oh.
Okay, now we seen her walk. Now tell us what that walk by wind smell like. Let me smell that walk. Man, that walk by wind, that'll wipe out a platoon.
That was uncalled for. Cause I done smell it's some big girls, they know how to dress and they know how to put on some perfume and make themselves smell good. So that was uncalled for. Not and this is another thing. All big people do not stink. I don't understand that. There is some bigger, heavier set people that know how to wash up under them crevices and thighs and legs and titties and everything. They know how to clean themselves. So I don't know why they I guess it's a joke, but it's like this is what I would say the prejudice of some people that feel about bigger people, that they stink and stuff.
I hear you, but check this out. She said that's her bathroom. Big Mama got money. That's a big old bathroom. My goodness. Yeah, walk by here might be funky, but nice digs, huh? The big blowed out sisters tend to have a little bit of a bag, a nice house, and a fancy car they having a hard time affording. Hey, yeah, walk by when is egregious. She big as heck.
Pose, and
Okay.
Sanjay. Okay. All right, we did it early because it's what she does. So let's start. So Heavenly, Dallas, Texas, 39, a financial advisor, also a plus size model. Mom of 4 kids, 3 by her ex-husband, 1 by somebody else.
I'm sorry. She has 3 by her ex-husband. Sorry about that. I said she had 4 different baby daddies. That was wrong. She has 3 babies by her ex-husband and 1 by I guess her former boyfriend.
I think I have it all. What kind of man you looking for?
So somebody that's God-fearing, patient. You must be like goal-oriented. I don't like. Well, you gonna ask me about the deal breakers, so I ain't gonna say that yet. But that's the main thing. Like, race isn't important. I don't want a young guy. He needs to be at least 40, at least. That's really it. Somebody that's good with communicating, open-minded, spontaneous. I don't want a boring guy. Somebody with personality, with a career, or you can't be just.
Some of these people really have some crazy comments. This one said, built like a newborn baby. Come on now. Get a girl. And see, does this mean that big women are undeserving of love because they're big? Like, I see some, but there's some men that like big women. So, maybe she just needs to go into going into that algorithm where it's actually men that like big women, but they say some crazy stuff in these chats.
Starting out, you know what I mean? Because I'm established, so it's not, I need a guy with all this big money. He just needs to be put together and not just starting out. Let's just say that. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Not just starting out. Okay, fair enough. Now, what are your deal breakers?
I don't date anybody that smokes because I don't smoke. That's number one. You gotta love kids. You gotta be a family person. Like when I say that, you need to be like have a good relationship with your parents, your siblings. I'm not with all that. You know, I hate my family and guys that are like that talk down about women. I
Here
can't
she go.
stand that either. You're like
Here she
real
go.
aggressive and not. I go places. I go to Fashion Week. I travel. Like I need a man that's gonna compliment that. Like that I can take you somewhere. We can do some, put on something nice and have a good time. I can't do that. We can't build. We can't communicate. Then it's like a no go for me.
Don't play with it. Okay. Should he look a certain way?
I mean, looks is not really important. It's more about personality and like what they're trying to do. I prefer taller guys than me. I'm 5'6". So somebody's taller than me, you know, the usual, tall, dark, and handsome.
Lady, you know, I'm gonna keep it 100. Good luck with that. Tall, dark, and handsome. Could, yeah. You listen. Okay, let me just keep going.
Ooh, child, that's the man you want. That's the man everybody wants, child.
Right, that's what everybody wants. But it's not like a deal breaker. You know, I don't want nobody shorter than me. No, of course.
Nobody shorter than you. Okay.
Not a big deal.
Okay. Should he make a certain amount of money?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. He needs to at least make 6 figures, at least.
So you have to make at least 100K.
Yes, at least 100K.
Did both of, so you was married and then you have a child's father. Did both of those men make 100K?
Yes. Well, the guy, like when I got married when I was 18, so of course he was in the military. We did the military thing for a while. So of course not with that.
Okay.
But then the other guy, yes.
Then why didn't it work out with him? That's the one you have a 4-year-old with, right?
Yes, but I mean,
he was skinny.
I mean, we're still good friends. We were friends first, anyways.
You a lie, and the truth.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell is going on here, but lady, good luck. Most men do not make 6 figures. I don't know what world she in, and you know, even the women that are seen to be the dimes, or the women that are, I would say, can get flued out. Sometimes it's even hard for them to really get a guy that got 6 figures. So good luck with that, you know, sis. I hope you get out your dreams that you accomplish and everything. But I think for the main part, you basically need somebody that's going to be willing to work, that has a job, that goes to work, that knows how to take care of himself, and tall, dark, and handsome. Good luck with that. You might want to find somebody that you don't have to put a bag over their head. You know, that might be a better choice. But to get somebody 6 figures, tall, dark, and handsome, that's what everybody says that's on these things. They say, oh, I want a God-fearing man. But do you even know what that means? Are you God-fearing? Like, I don't understand that. So good luck with that. And it's not just for her, but that's what a lot of women be saying on these dating like shows, what they expect. And I'm like, okay, you're not even up to par. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Just good luck.
Truth ain't in you.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
Yeah, Fantasyland, Orlando.
This woman come up here about a good 375 pounds. She said her baby daddy was 6 figures. Long story short, you must make it regardless, Kendra. I don't even care. Did your baby daddies make it? Don't matter. You must.
Cause she established now. She got her bag now. Here we go. I thought this was done. I thought these sisters got the memo, but guess not. It don't work that way, sister. It don't. You need to learn about sexual marketplace value because you need to know. You out here dealing with it. Your sexual marketplace, sister, I'm gonna give it to you real, just get to the skinny of it. You got 4 kids. You about 400 pounds. You linger between, a 1 on, and a 0.
And rest in peace to the Godfather. He said it best.
Fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive. Right off the rip, the fitness isn't there.
We have been knowing each other 6 years, and then
were you guys always friends? I got a question. Were you guys ever in a relationship, or did y'all have a baby out of a friends with benefits situation?
At first we were just friends, and then we ended up getting into a relationship. I would say more so because I got pregnant. I feel like he don't say that, but I feel like that.
So that's why I said. So was it a friends with benefit? Okay, so it was friends with benefits. You got pregnant, so then y'all tried to be in a relationship.
Real Chase?
Right, a full relationship. Like,
so what happened? What was the downfall? Like, why couldn't it work? Because you have 3 kids when you meet this
Real
guy,
Chase. Right? There you go, right there. It cutting edge. There you go, right there. She's Blaze. Is that your type? Let me see. But she got a cute face. Listen, no one will check every box on your list. It's not even possible. If you're searching for perfection, then you might as well wait until Jesus comes back. You ain't lying. Good luck with that. That's all I can tell you, because you ain't gonna find it. Not on this world. But yeah, Chase, you a little dude. You want you a big old heavy set. But like I said, she has a cute face and she looked like she have a nice personality. I mean, she ain't coming over here cussing people out in the chat, because I know she see these comments. So she seems like she's a nice young lady. So let's keep playing it.
Right.
So okay, so he was fine with that, and then y'all had a baby. So why couldn't it work?
So, for one thing,
Chase, you'll smash with
works
that
in the
baby.
oil field and stuff, so he's always traveling. And then originally, we're not from the same state, so it was already a long distance thing. Then I work like 7 days a week, so we were going like this. And then when the communication is off, when things are not aligning, it just doesn't work. Like, communication is the key. And if I can't trust you, then, the disconnect is gone. It's gone. So that's just how I feel about it. Like, you need to be able to communicate, be clear with everything, and, like, talk it out. So.
And she up here talking about she works 7 days a week. How are you working so much and you so big? What do you do? Are you like a traveling food critic? You going around, taste testing, and what do you do?
Hey,
shout out to that old animated show, The Critic, man. That was my show. She said she a financial advisor of some sort. There's your answer, Mr. X. She got the office lady build, the champion office lady build. She's sitting down all day. If you go to her,
Chase said, hey, CX, you said, I'd rather close her than have to feed. What the hell? You said, Chase said, I can do big girls, but not that big. Okay. Yeah, they've been blowed your back out, boy.
Her desk.
You give you some good love.
Wherever it's at, whether it's in her home or she got to go into the office. If y'all don't think she got one of them big old family size things of cheese balls, big old thing of M&M's, straight Sherman Clump work. Sweets and treats all throughout her desk area. All throughout. Yeah, she does.
I done met some big people now. I'm gonna be honest. I have met some large people that only eat 1 time a day. It's because they have a slow metabolism, or something like that. Some bigger people don't just go eating everything they see, so they, that's not always true. Like I said, it's different different cases for different situations. I want to know, do y'all think just because she's that big, do you think that she is undeserving of finding the right person or being in love? Like, or would you, would you just focus on the outer appearance? Would you not give her a chance? Because I'm gonna be real with you. Because I'm thick, I would talk to another man that's thicker, that's a thick man. But I don't want anybody that is too big. But I would, if he was thick, that would be fine. But usually I attract men that are leaner. But I attract men that's thicker too. But I don't want nobody that, if I do want to go walking, you struggling to walk, and I know people have to start somewhere. But I know for me, I wouldn't mind a thicker guy, but I don't want nobody too thick that I'm like, oh my God, like the Michelin Man. So, and everybody has a preference. Everybody has a preference, but at the same time, I wouldn't mind, of course, talking to him as a friend, and treating him with respect. Long as he treat me with respect, I don't just go around disrespecting people because of how they look. That's ridiculous. But and but I do have a preference. Like, there's just some things I'm like, oh, I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? So I want to know men's kind of point of view on that. That, oh Lord. Yeah, I'm telling you, CX. She this young lady, like I said, she got a cute face or whatever, but she is and she looked like she tall too. So tall and big, Ooh, that's a different combination.
Sit and eat.
I feel like he had other things going on the side. I never really had like full proof, but it was killing me. So I'm like, I'm not gonna continue to keep going through this. Like, there's too many men out here to be, yeah, I got 4 kids, I'm a plus size girl, but I'm beautiful, I'm talented, I'm successful, and I just feel like why waste time? It's just not worth it for me. Okay. I already went through that, being married and all of that. Military itself is stressful, so no.
Okay.
I just know what I want.
We got some paid questions. Do you want them?
Sure, Kendra. Look, I'm over here dying in this hot seat.
Get her.
Okay. Divine Photo says, so say if a man that makes 100K and he asked you to shed the pounds, would you do it for him or no?
No.
As of right now, I mean, not for him. I would do it for me. And I am like working on shedding some pounds, you know what I mean? I am working on that. So I am working on a healthier lifestyle and shedding pounds. Do I want to be 140? No. Hell no. So
everybody say 140.
I want to be healthier. Yes. So not for him, but for me, yes. I do it for me.
Okay. Okay. Adrian Big 30 said, ma'am, no offense, but you're 40 years old, 4 kids, and 2 baby daddies deep. What makes you think a man who makes 6 figures would pass up a bevy of younger women without children for you?
Because I make 6 figures. So, I mean,
most men, unless they are gigolo, don't really, hey Martin, hey Lionel, don't really care if a woman makes a lot more money than he does, or anything like that. I think most men don't really care too much about that. Of course, so, even if they are well established, they want you to have something, not just sit at the house and look pretty. Like, you have to do something. You can't just look pretty all day. But at the same time, a man is not going around saying, I want a woman that makes 6-figure salary. I've never heard a man say that, unless it was a man that wanted to live off of a woman, or a man that was just like, basically, you got to have the same thing I have, that type of man. But that's not really I don't hear that often as far as, a man don't really care too much about that, but he do want you to at least have a job, at least be doing something with your life. You don't have to be making as much money as him. I met a guy, he made a lot of money, and he was like, I'm not looking for a woman that makes as much as me, because they probably won't, because I make a lot of money. But you can't just be sitting up at the house looking cute. Like, you have to be doing something with your life. But I'm not looking for a woman to have it all like me. But he did want her to do something, have something going for you. So, I think that's mostly what men are looking for. So the 6 figures is not going to be appealing to a man that already has it. Maybe for a man that want to live off of you, yes, but or has the same kind of, I would say, ideal, maybe his daddy or somebody taught him you need a woman that make much money as you, but most of the time men don't really care nothing about that. They just want you to do something besides get off, besides look cute and stay at home. So but that's from what I've heard in experience. So I don't know, it's different strokes for different folks. You said I don't care about a woman's finance. She can make more money than me and I still make good money. That doesn't change, right? So a lot of men ain't into that. So that 6 figure, that's only gonna be good for a man that don't want to work and want to live off of you. So she's a target for that. And some of these men, they say, because some bigger women and bigger men, they have very good self-esteem. They're very confident, but there is some bigger women and bigger men that don't have confidence, and they got the money and stuff, and they will put up with a lot of things because they know that maybe they can only get a certain type, they can't maybe get what they want because of how they look physically. So they'll put up with something just to have a person there. There is some bigger women that are like that, and they'll be, buying a man, and that's a bad idea too. Not all, because there's some bad big women out here. They know how to dress. They look good. They smell good. They get more men than the skinny women, or the smaller women. So it is what it is. Like I said, you have some women that they just targets for these no good men that they take care of because they have the money. Like homegirl, she said she makes 6 figures. So that's gonna be good for a man that don't want to work.
Why wouldn't he make 6 figures? 6 figures is, I guess to some people, 6 figures is a lot of money. But realistically, because I work in finance, 6 figures is normal.
Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
So I guess 6 figures is normal. 400-pound women, that's normal. This is all normal.
She answered your question, Adrian Big 30. Why do she deserve a 100K man? Because she make 100K. Extremely flawed hypergamy, extremely flawed. And there's no other way to say it. It's just flawed. Don't need to say, you don't. Flawed. Stop thinking like that. Shoot.
Man, the delusion tonight is on 1,000.
This is why we keep stressing that winter is here. Listen, we keep telling this is just the beginning. There's a large group of these discombobulated hippopotamuses that ain't got the memo. They're gonna keep coming up here. Like, I make this, so he need to make this. I'm 400 pounds, but he need to be, 150 and chiseled. And I ain't getting down to 140 because I'm flubby and fabulous. God dang it, I'm triggered.
Like 100K a year, that's normal.
I don't know what world she lives in. I don't understand that. I haven't been living a long time, but I know that that's not normal for everyone. That's not common for everybody to make 6 figures. I'm sorry, I just don't get that. Maybe because she's been working in finances, maybe she is around people that make that much. But you know, even I don't make six figures, so I'm just kind of wondering where is she getting this from? The statistics, where she getting this from? So there is some delusion there. We already see that. And I'm getting beyond her weight because, like I said, you can get a nice man that like big women. That's not really the problem. The problem is her thinking process. No, ma'am. There's not a lot of people around here making six figures. I'm sorry. I don't know where she coming from with it.
It's not, you know what I mean? If that makes sense.
No, I get it. I think no, I totally get it. I think
maybe I'm reading it wrong. Maybe I'm reading it wrong.
No,
yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I mean, when you're dating and you know a guy talks to you, I understand if I was someone that didn't have a career or my own money, then probably not. He probably would want somebody younger, you know, maybe somebody that can have more kids and, you know, want kids. So I get that. But if you're trying to date me, I already have money. So I'm not the one where I need you to do this and do that. You know, we need to be able to complement each other. So
let me ask you this. Would you date a man that made $70K?
I would.
Okay.
I would. I mean, the 100K. I mean, you asked that question, Kim.
Well, yeah, I asked that question, but you can answer. Hold on,
you asked that, so that's why. But
no, but I don't ask
deal like that.
Wait, hold on. We can't both talk. Heaven, we can't both talk. I want to say something before you say that. I asked everyone that question, but your answer is your answer. So you don't have to say 100K. You can say it doesn't matter or whatever it is. So just because I asked the question, the answer is whatever your answer is.
Right.
But go ahead. Now, what were you saying? Because we were both talking.
I'm sorry. So okay, guys. I'm gonna go back to her question and just say that it's not so much 100K. It's just that you need to have a career. You need to I don't want to meet somebody that's just getting out of prison or just getting you know what I mean? Just getting on his feet and he's struggling trying to do this and that. I'm not gonna build a man. I'm not gonna do that. Being there.
Okay, we'll say that. She should see. That's what she should have said there from the beginning, not coming off with, "Oh, I want to get." No. Go start with what you really feel. Basically, you don't want no Negro that just came out of prison. That you gotta help get him established. You don't want none of that. So just say you want somebody that's established, that at least has a job, has been working on their job more than a year, you know, or whatever, or somebody that has a good work ethic, something like that. I don't know. But she just started out with, I want somebody, you know, six figures. Well, you know, I would prefer because I make six figures. No. That's not normal. So I don't know. I think in dating, or if you're trying to find somebody to marry, be realistic. You know, some things just, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You can't make something that's not. And you cannot try to make things that don't make sense. It's just not going to work. So, but that's what people do in this world. You know, now, if you have some men, if anybody say anything about a weight, they want somebody smaller, you know, some big women would get upset with that. If a man say, I want a woman that's a size 8, a size 10, you know, some women get upset about that, but that's his preference. Just like it's her preference to want somebody that makes six figures almost, you know. So everybody has preferences. Some of it, are unrealistic. Some of them are realistic. So when you go on these dating shows and stuff like that, and these people be clowning you, I kind of don't feel bad for them, because it's like, this is what you get for coming on to something public and putting yourself out here. You know, you're going to get all types of criticism from people. And make sure you know what you're talking about when you go on these shows. Don't be going on these shows and be saying all kind of off the wall stuff and then feel away when people say stuff like that don't make sense. Well, it don't make sense. think about what you're gonna say before you get on there. Know what you want. That's why I said you won't ever see me on nothing like this. Nothing. Not even nothing close. Whatever I got going on is private. I'm just saying I can't do this kind of stuff. They like I said, this is just not for me, but to each his own. But I do have the link in the chat if anybody like to come up. But you said, hey Rob, what's up? Rob said, he said, CC fat girls need love too. Yeah, they need love. Everybody needs some. Well, I ain't gonna say everybody, but if most people that are good people, if they decent people, they do need love. Some people just don't know how to go about getting it.
I've done that. I'm basically 40. I'm not doing that. So I want somebody that has their life together. That's all I'm saying. Have your life together. Be able to take care of you. Be able to take care of you. That's the main
somebody
thing.
That's self-reliant.
You shouldn't be dating if you can't take care of yourself. So that's all I'm saying.
Stop it.
You got to pay to play.
Listen, this woman up here, if you was paying to play during your 20s and 30s, she'll say, I'm 40 now. I'm not doing that no more. If you was doing that in your 20s, you for sure, you have no other options now.
Again, every time these sisters give they deal breakers or what they won't tolerate, it always lets us know what they have tolerated. And she gave us that tale. The dad is undefeated. She said, well, Kendra, you asked the income. And thank you, Kendra. Kendra said, I asked and you answered. I didn't. Kendra don't be asking them the question, leading them to say 100K. That's what Big Heavenly Ash made it seem like. Said, Kendra, you asked me. No, you want 100K with your big self. And just because you make 100K don't mean you get 100K man. She said, I don't want no guy fresh out of jail. That's what you've been dealing with. That's what you qualify for, prison bay.
And I thought 100K was reasonable and it's pretty average for a 40-year-old.
I don't want to cut you. I almost cut you off, so that's my apology.
No, go ahead.
Let me say this, and this is that's what I will always say. I am not a dating coach. I'm not a relationship expert. I'm not a therapist. I'm not any of those things. But what I am is a journalist that's been hosting a dating show for over 4 years. So I have a lot of data. I have talked to over literally 10,000 single people. So one thing I have learned, this is a disconnect with women as yourself who make good money, right? Shout out to the women making 100K or more who doing it in life. I understand the logic that I want a man that makes what I make or more, right? That's a logical reason for most women. It's like, I make 100K, so he should make that or more. I think the disconnect is how men search, right? Like men don't say, oh, well, I will say this. I don't think men want bum, like girls that got nothing going on. But a lot of times they're not dating with the income at mind first. How women do, men think of the things that they require, what they need, and could this woman fit that need? And a lot of times if a man is very financially set, he don't even care about the money because in his mind, I'm paying for everything anyways, right? I got the money, I'm paying for all the bills. So what do I need? And can this woman fulfill the need since I'm overall providing for everything? And I think that's where the
Kendra, quit dancing around this damn question. Men are visual. You too big. You know, men don't care if you make 100K. You are hypergamous. That's your problem to solve. But men are visual first, and that's what it is.
And you don't fail the visual test.
So does she not fail the visual test? Is it just preference only? Some people just won't have a preference, but does she overall not fit the visual test of deserving of somebody that will maybe love her? Like, I'm just asking that question. To be honest with you, I feel like whatever you asking for, make sure that you are you're what you're asking for. Basically, if you want somebody fit or that goes to the gym, make sure you're doing the same thing. It's real simple to me. But that's just how I look at it. But you know, Everybody has a different way on how they view things. But I'm curious about that. What do y'all think about that? I think whatever you want, you need to make sure you be. She said she didn't come out and say she wanted somebody fit, but she said tall, dark, and handsome. Um, do you guys think that she would get a tall, dark, and handsome man because of how she looks, or would she not? Like, I don't know. I just think that preference is people's preference. Some people like thinner people. Some people like bigger people. Does that have anything to do with them getting love or not getting love? I would say in this world, people are visual. Um, and most of the time, people go by what the media is putting out there as being beautiful. And sometimes it doesn't look like her. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it real. Why do you think that Lizzo was on this body positivity campaign and all of a sudden she started to get in the gym and started to lose weight? Because she knows what's more appealing to people that's in the media. She knows what's more appealing, and she's trying to gain that attention of those of the her fans and other people that watch her and that listen to her. She wants that attention. I mean, people do things because of how they want to look. Vanity. Let's just keep it real. Most of us want to look appealing. We want to be sought after. We want to stand out from the rest. We don't want to be basic, but some of us are basic. It is what it is. We just have to do the best what we can with what we got. But social media definitely plays a big part on how or what other people deem as being beautiful. It used to be a colorist thing. You had to be, if you was light skinned, good hair, you look like you mulatto, then you were considered more beautiful than a darker skinned chick. I don't know. That's just the way media is set up, and some of us fall into it, and it becomes our preference. Like at one point, light skinned men with nice hair, with waves and stuff. Then all of a sudden it was dark skinned men with waves. It's just I said beauty and trends, they pretty much change all the time. Does that make a person deserving or not deserving of love? It shouldn't, but it does. Because people are visual, and it's not just men, it's women too. Women are visual too. We don't want nobody ugly. We don't want nobody too fat. We don't want nobody with missing teeth. Most of us want, as they would say, a tall, dark, and handsome. But sometimes that tall, dark, and handsome can be the same thing that that make you smile. It can make you cry. It is what it is. Everything that look good ain't good for you. Everything that glitters is not gold. Hey, Deborah. Like I said, lose weight because of yourself. Don't lose weight because you want to look good to the world and other people. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to do it because you want some extra years on this earth. You want to be able to walk up the stairs without huffing and puffing. Do things for yourself, and you'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? I go to the gym. Like I told you, I'm a thickums, but at the same time, I try to keep my weight down. I try to make sure I don't just eat everything I see, and take my health, as a priority. We're going, making sure I exercise. But at the same time, I like to eat too. You know what I'm saying? So you have to have boundaries. You have to have limits on what you're gonna do, what you're gonna eat, and stuff like that. But do it for you. Don't do it because you just want to be seen and you want other men or women to like you. Like I said, whoever gonna like you, they gonna like you, whether you real big or small. But I would say sometimes when you look good and you feel good to yourself, you attract a lot more from your attitude too. Because I don't see some big girls, they pull some nice looking men because of their attitude and how they present themselves. That plays a big part in that as well. You got to know how to dress and put things together. So that's how I feel about it. But you know, it is what it is. I was gonna share this guys with y'all. Some of y'all probably already seen it. Miss Akimi had covered it too. I'm gonna show hers. Then I was looking at Pink Book lessons too. And this was about that Lyft driver that she couldn't get in the car. And he didn't want her to get in the car because of her size. So this woman looked like she's probably about 500 pounds, or maybe 4. But let's see. I want to share this with you if you guys can see.
Personal responsibility.
Shout out to Miss Akimi. This is coming from her page.
And the realities of the gig economy. So let's get into it.
Blanding tells us she was just trying to get to a Detroit Lions watch party this month when her Lyft rolled up.
As I'm walking, I see him like making faces or whatever. I'm like, oh man.
She already knew.
I can fit in this car.
Look, believe me, you can.
Yes, I can.
Believe me.
He told her there's not enough room in his car.
The kicker part was when he started to talk about his tires. You know, I feel like that was a slap in the face. That was like my tires, like.
The driver said his tires could not handle her weight.
For every big person you turn down because they can't fit in your car?
Yeah, because they need to order the Uber XL.
You know what? I don't never have to order Uber XL.
He apologized, canceled the ride, and left her there. The rapper says she's pretty tough.
I get the money if I didn't make some food.
Dank DeMoss, as she's known at the mic, is crushed by the whole situation.
I just want them to know, it really hurt my feelings.
It looks like Lyft might be hurting pretty soon, too.
I knew it was illegal and I knew that it was wrong.
Her attorneys, John Marco and Zach Runyon, say weight is a protected characteristic in Michigan by law.
It would be no different than a driver pulling up and saying, I don't want to have black people in my car, or I don't want to have Christians in my car or Muslims in my car. It's the same. Under the law, it's the same.
The lawsuit is filed. Since she posted the encounter on social media, other full-figured folks have reached out saying the same thing happened to them.
The same thing happened to them. Okay. Do you think that this is discrimination? Some people say, especially, like people say, for instance, if she was black, you can't get in my car because you're black. That's discrimination. Or you can't get in my car because you're gay, or whatever. Like, is this discrimination? Does she actually have a case because of her weight? This is maybe in some cases considered body shaming of someone. So, and he did have a valid concern. He was concerned about his vehicle because he is a contractor. He's a private contractor. So, he was concerned about his car. So maybe I'm assuming maybe he should have put, I don't know if the Lyft drivers can put the certain weight of what they can carry or whatever they can put on there. You know how sometimes when you go to the airport, they tell you certain things you can take on the plane, and you don't have to. They don't have to. You can load it on the plane where the other ones they would have to load. So they have certain limits of weight and the size of the suitcase and stuff like that. So is this something that can actually be valid, that can be considered something that she was discriminated because of her weight? I'm just asking. It's pretty interesting. Let's see a little bit what Miss Akimi had to say.
First, let's lay out the facts. According to reports, the woman claims she was humiliated and embarrassed when the Lyft driver denied her a ride. But instead of keeping the incident private, she took it to the internet, where it has since gone viral. Now, this isn't just a local issue, y'all. The whole world is watching, and opinions are flying from every direction, including mine. Some people are standing in her corner, saying no one should be treated that way, while others argue the driver had valid concerns. The woman stated that the driver told her she was too big and suggested she should order an XL size vehicle. She responded that she never needed one before. Things escalated when the driver reportedly told her that his tires couldn't handle her weight. That's a pretty harsh thing to say, no doubt.
You know what? You know, there's a right and a wrong way to say anything to people. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people have no they just have no tact. Like, there's a way that he could have said that or done that, I think. You know what I'm saying? If he did have valid concerns about it being a problem about his tires and stuff like that, I just think there was a way that he could have said it. And she already saw that when she was coming to the car, seeing his facial expressions right there already set the tone. So I think there was a better way that he could have handled that. He did come off very unprofessional, but, you know, I do feel like he did have valid concerns, but the way he did it was a little much. Basically, he should have just said, "Your ass too big." Like, that's basically what he wanted to say, but he tried to go around it, and then he still ended up making he still ended up coming off rude, because it was just like it was just rude. So, like, I don't know. It's a right and a wrong way to do anything, and I think that he could have said it something differently, like, "I'm so sorry, ma'am. You know, I'm really concerned about my car. Maybe we can get you an XL vehicle or something to maybe assist you," or something like that. Like, I don't know. She probably still would have got offended. But the way he said it to me, it was kind of like, you might as well just say, "Look, your ass is too big. I'm concerned about you having my tires, busting out my tires or whatever." You might as well should have just went ahead and said that, because that's probably what he was thinking anyway.
But let's pause and consider the other side of this. Lyft and Uber drivers are independent contractors. They're responsible for their own vehicles. That means gas, maintenance, repairs, the whole 9 yards. If something happens to their car, whether it's tire damage or suspension issues, they're footing the bill, not Lyft. So while the driver's comments might have been blunt, he might have been thinking about the financial strain of potential repairs. Imagine you're working a gig job trying to make ends meet, and one ride could cost you hundreds, if not thousands, in repairs. It's a tough spot to be in. Now, the vehicle in question reportedly has an 850-pound limit. The woman is said to weigh nearly 500 pounds. Even if she was the only passenger, that's a significant load, especially when it's unevenly distributed. That kind of weight can put serious stress on a car's suspension and tires. And again, any damage would be the driver's responsibility. Let's be real.
I have seen bigger people, like, say for instance, maybe a taxi or something like a Lyft or Uber was picking them up. They was pretty heavy. And when they got into the back seat, that whole back of the car just dropped, you know, and they can help by losing weight. But I'm just saying, at the time, you know, and they get in the car, you know, and it does probably put a very big strain on the vehicle. But I see how the back of the car, how it drops down. And I'm like, wow, you know what I'm saying? So, and the car is 1,000-pound machine. It's 1,000-pound machine by itself. So, and this young lady is said to be maybe 500. So, 400 to 500 pounds. We don't know exactly her weight. But I can understand, like I said, his concerns about it, because he is a contractor. He's an independent contractor. So this is his vehicle. Every expense, any damage that is done Lyft is not going to take care of it. He has to take care of it. So he's looking at the financial part of it as well. But like I said, it's a right and a wrong way to do anything. And I just think his approach on it, how he, kind of said that to the young lady, was very offensive. And I think it just could have been handled differently. More than likely, people are going to get offended. It's easy to be offended by anything, really, in this day and time. But I just feel like sometimes if you try your best to treat people like you want to be treated and say things in a way that you're not trying to be hurtful, you can be straight up with people, but not try to be, just rude. It might be a better outcome. But, like I said, basically he's just said if that's how he was feeling and looking, your ass is too big. You know what I'm saying? You too big to get in my car. He should have just said that than how he went about it. Do you think she has a valid case of discrimination because of her weight, that he was discriminating because of his weight? Or do you feel like he has valid concerns and it wasn't discrimination? He was looking at the fact that he is the independent contractor and he's concerned about his vehicle because this is how he makes ends meet. You know what I'm saying? Some of these people, this is the only job that they have at this point. So there's so many different angles this could go, but I'm gonna play this just a little bit more.
Cars are designed with weight limits for a reason.
Hey, Mika.
It's about safety, not just for the passenger, but for the driver and other people on the road. Here's where it gets legally interesting. The woman is suing Lyft, but since drivers are independent contractors, Lyft only provides the platform. They're not directly responsible for the actions of their drivers unless there's a clear violation of company policy or state law. And speaking of state law, Michigan is the only state that currently considers weight discrimination to be on par and on equal footing with racial or religious discrimination.
Okay, so Michigan only does that. So I don't know if it's in Texas, but from what she's saying, it's in Michigan, it's considered discrimination. So she might actually have a valid case. But, anywhere else, they probably be like, not quite, that was rude, that what the driver did, but they wouldn't consider it discrimination. So what y'all think about that? I put the link in the chat, I think.
That could give her case some traction in court, but it's far from a guaranteed win. Let's also look about the broader implications. If this lawsuit succeeds, what does it mean for the gig economy? Will companies like Lyft and Uber have to start enforcing stricter policies on weight discrimination? Will drivers be forced to take rides that could potentially damage their vehicles? And what about the safety concerns, both for the passengers and the drivers? These are questions that don't have easy answers, but they are worth thinking about. Adding another layer to this situation, the woman is a local Detroit rapper with a strong social media presence where she's openly displayed her size and weight along with challenges associated with them. She's no stranger to public attention, and some might argue that going viral could even boost her career. But at the same time, the internet is forever. The humiliation she felt from that Lyft ride is now magnified 1,000 times over by the online spotlight. Everybody's talking about it. Was bringing this to the internet a way to seek justice and speak for other BBWs? Or did it open her up to even more scrutiny and judgment?
Do you think we as American people are overly sensitive? Do you think that we're overly sensitive when we shouldn't be? Do you think that her bringing this to social media was to inform people that, people are discriminating against bigger people, and, this is not right, or I want people to give me attention and I want to feel good about me being this way, and everybody should accept me for being big. I mean, I'm just giving some ideas out there because I don't know. I think some people do it because they want to be seen. They want to put their name out there for something. Sometimes I don't think it's all about making wrongs right. Like, I really don't. In some cases I do, but in some cases I really believe, like Mr. Kimi was saying, she brought this public. Nobody would have known about this unless she put it out there. Did she really feel discriminated against because she was big? And I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna just say this. She looks like she could be in her early 20s, right? And she probably doesn't have any major health problems yet. So while she's in her early 20s, wouldn't she try to work on losing weight for her to make herself feel better about, I'm pretty sure she cannot climb up 2 stairs, 3 stairs. She might can't. I don't know. But wouldn't she try to get better for her, for her own health? I'm just saying. And like I said earlier, there's some people that are smaller that are in bad health. So being big, it's not always a factor of you being just unhealthy. Smaller people can be unhealthy. But I'm just wondering, don't you want to feel better? You're 20 something years old and you sitting up here, probably barely can breathe, and and I really don't know how to, I really try to not to say things that are offensive, but I'm just being real with you. To me, I would be more concerned about feeling better at 20. And quit making excuses and quit getting mad when people don't accept how you look. You know what I'm saying? People are not going to accept how I look. There's some people that like leaner people. I got hips, booty, I got titties, I got a fupa. Like, there's going to be men that's going to be saying, I'm overweight. I'm not their type. You know what I'm saying? And I'm okay with that. Because guess what? I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea. And I'm not going to get upset and be mad and crying and say it's discrimination because somebody's preference is not mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not, I don't look like what they would want. That's just a part of being human. Everybody's attracted to different things. But, at the same time, don't make excuses either. I think it's very good to, I'm not going to say very, because that's not proper English, but very good. I think it's good to go and work out, you know what I'm saying? If it's nothing but just walking or doing weights or whatever, everybody have to start out small. I think it's, good if you can try to eat healthy, eat a salad, eat some vegetables. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, better, not better. I think it's good to also, find different hobbies and activities that you can do that can keep you active. Like, you're 20 years old and you look like you're 500 pounds. Like, that's just not healthy. That's not healthy at all. It's not healthy. If I see myself getting close to 200, then I'm getting in that gym. I'm starting to do some things differently because I don't want to get 200 pounds. But some people are like, I don't know if it's they're complacent with where they are. They just eat, they just do it, and they don't, they don't care anything about their health. That's when it becomes a problem, to me. But I would say that she is too young to be walking around like that. She's too young. And people need to stop lying to folks and making people feel like they okay when they're not. That's why I said that body positivity, it can mess people up because that gives them excuse for being overweight, or being a morbid obese that's not something you should be proud of. You know what I'm saying? If anything, you should work on trying to be healthier for you so that you can live a healthier life. You can walk up the stairs without huffing and puffing. You can, play with your children and, be active in your life. So, like I said, to each his own. But I think the body positivity has definitely made some women very delusional, and men for that matter. I also don't like some of these men out here that are feeders. There are actually men and some women that are in relationships with bigger people, and they are called feeders. And what these feeders do, they go and get these people any type of food that they want, and they just feed them, and they enjoy doing that. And while this person is just blowing up like a big blow up doll, and they are constantly feeding that person. And see, to me, that's abuse. That's really abuse to me, because you're feeding a person knowing that they have an addiction to food, and they go there feeding, and they think it's so sexy. They think they find it sexually appealing to them, that they can feed someone and make them get bigger. I seen it before. I watched some reality shows that had that, and I used to watch 1,000-Pound Sisters. I think that's what it was called. But one of them went and got the gastric bypass, and she's lost a lot of weight. She looks really she don't look good. Sometimes these people, they get this. I don't mean to say it like that, but some people, they get these gastric bypass, it's like their body don't catch up to their weight or something, and it looks like they have that loose skin or something. I don't know. It just don't look right. And then she had the big forehead. I don't know what that was. I think that's something maybe genetic. I don't know. But anyway, it just looks very strange. But some people that get the gastric bypass, it's just like the Ozempic. I think that's what you call it. It makes people very, very small, that kind of small fast. And then you look up, they got the sagging skin too. I don't know. It's just a very strange thing that these people are doing to their bodies in this day and time. But I think, the healthiest thing to me is try to do it without the surgery, or do it without, if you can. But if you can't, like, some people are too big. They need it. So, and I think in the sister that I was telling you about, she needed it because she was close to 1,000 pounds. And but she had one boyfriend that would just feed her, and she would always get men that would come into her life to use her for money and stuff. I don't know if you guys ever seen it. I forgot what network it was on, but anyway, a lot of these people have different issues, some health issues, and the reason why they are big. And some of it is just, I'm eating in my depression, and I'm just going to keep eating. And I like to eat because that's what gives me it gives them some type of, I guess, a great feeling. It's like a desire has been fulfilled. It's kind of euphoric to some people. It's kind of like a high that people get when they eat good food. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't think that takes away from them as a person, but definitely physically, people are definitely going to judge you. They just are. You know what I'm saying? If you too big, you too small, you got a big head, you got a little head, you got big feet, you got little feet, somebody's going to judge you for that. I mean, it is what it is. I always say, like those people that like you, and make sure you're happy with who you are. That's the only thing I can say. Yeah, TLC, that's what it was, CC, because I 1,000-Pound Sisters or something that was on there. And I saw that and I said, wow, this is really something, you know what I'm saying? And just to go through some of and I used to watch 600 Pounds My Life. And I used to see how some of those people that just be sitting in that bed, and yeah, that processed food is addictive. They would be sitting in that bed and they just seemed like they were just like had no hope. And some of them really didn't. And my heart went out to some of them because a lot of them people had been sexually abused and things like that, and they didn't know how to deal with it. So they would just eat to make themselves less attractive to the opposite sex. And I know a lot of women do that sometimes when they are sexually abused. So you have situations like that, and I'm not making excuses for people, but I am giving you some things that to think about, to not be so fast to judge people, be like, oh, they just lazy, because everybody's not lazy. Everybody just has some issues, some mentally, some physically, and they have a hard time really breaking out of being that way. And some people are lazy, you know what I'm saying? But hell, you just it is what it is. But as far as homegirl being in the back of this car, you know what I'm saying? I can't too much blame the guy because I have a very small car too. So if somebody like that trying to get into my car, first of all, I would have to pull back the seat all the way back, and then I know that my car, with it being small, it definitely would make it drop. So that's something that he would I can understand his thought process on that. But then at the same time, it's the right and the wrong way to say anything. Why are you laughing, E? I'm just saying. I mean, I ain't no look. I'll be the first one to say, I ain't no 200 pounds, but I'm a thick one. So I can understand people judge you for how you look or whatever, but at the same time, I don't think I ever made nobody's car drop, and I don't ever I don't ever want to get that way either. But some people have different health issues. They have some people on steroids too. And those steroids, I'm really not making excuses, but we just don't know what people are going through. Okay. But I have never made anybody's car dropped in that aspect, and thank God. You said, hey Jack, you said Monique pushed that body positive nonsense until it was cutting her check. Lizzo's career has taken a bit, and now she's jumped off the bandwagon. Melissa McCarthy and Rebel Wilson. I heard of that Rebel Wilson. I'm trying to figure out who is she. Rebel Wilson. Let me see if I can find who that. And Deborah says on some of those shows, some people have gained so much weight they can't get into a car. They have to be transported by medic. Right. And steroids do blow up people. Let me see if I can find who Rebel Wilson is. Because I've never I can't remember who that is. Rebel Wilson. Let's see, Rebel Wilson. Let's see if I can find who that is. Rebel Wilson. See how she's in weight loss. Oh, yeah, I remember her. Let me see if I can share this with y'all. Shout out to Mr. Kimi. Y'all check her out. See if I can find it. I'm going to show who this is. I remember she was a comedian, and she was a big old Australian girl. Let me see. Oh, wow. Look at her. Well, let me cut off the sound, honey. These YouTube flag if anything. Look how she done lost a lot of weight. Let me see her. Okay, so this is her when she was bigger. Okay, I know they even still have Weight Watchers. So this is her when she was a little bit bigger, but it was another one too. Okay, so this is her when she was big. Oh, she looks nice. Okay. Wow. Look at that. She's definitely changed, honey. So that's Rebel Wilson. I don't know who that is. That's how she was when she first came out. She was a comedian. She was in a lot of those little movies. She definitely. And Lizzo, let's see what Lizzo got going on. Cause she don't sit up there. I know she was you see how big Lizzo is? She was very big. I'm gonna see Lizzo's weight loss. Oh, she's still kind of big right there. Let me put Lizzo's weight loss. Let's see. Okay.
I did it. Told y'all I was gonna bump like this. I'm just me. The world is ready for self-love.
After 2 years of strength training, calorie counting, and even a joke acknowledging all the fans who think she's on Ozempic, Lizzo shared she's dropped 16% body fat and has met her weight loss goal, a number she hasn't seen on the scale since 2014.
Let this be a reminder that you can do anything you set your mind to. You're special.
The proud post comes 3 months after the singer's weight loss drug Halloween costume, inspired by South Park.
I controlled all my cravings to be thinner with Lizzo.
It's Lizzo.
Even at the end of my weight loss journey, I'm not going to be considered thin by any means.
Lizzo's always been a champion for embracing one's curves.
And that's okay. Everybody that is bone structured is definitely different. There's some women that will never be a size 5 because of their bone structure. But you just have to be the perfect weight for your structure. Everybody's body structure is different. So you would just have to be, I would say, for your body frame, you would have to, I guess, ask your doctor, what size, or how much weight you would need to lose that would be healthy. But, everybody's body structure is different. And so she'll never be a size 5, but she can definitely be smaller than what she was. Look at her.
Reality competition show Watch Out for the Big Girls earned her an Emmy Award.
But she has definitely came a long way. Shout out to Lizzo for that. You said Adele lost a lot of weight and got her swirl on. She sure did, Jack. She got her a black man. And she, and she looks good. She really does. I mean, like I said, you can look big, good, big, or small. Be what is best for you. But don't make excuses and don't get mad when somebody don't like your preference. That's just point blank. You know what I'm saying? Like be you at the end of the day. So nobody else wants to come up. I'm gonna end this live, but I'm thankful for the people that did come through and showed me some love. I really appreciate that. And as E said, Sue McDonald's. I don't know about that, E. But it's all right to have a little booty and some titties and all that. Just be healthy. That's all I'm saying. Guys, I hope y'all have a great night since nobody wants to come up, and give your opinion on this subject. A lot of people like to shy away from stuff like this. But like I said, be the best you can be and only do it for you. Don't do it for nobody else. But at the same time, don't make excuses for it either. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not, You're not going to be everybody's cup of tea, just like everybody's not going to be your cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's about your bone structure, Jack. Oh, it I'll just see teeth for a few years, and people's bones are the. So you're saying that it has nothing to do with bone structure? CT for a few years. So everybody's bones are the same? It's pretty interesting. Well, she don't, to me, I looking at certain people, I couldn't see them being small, like really, really small. They look sick. But, I don't know. Diagnostic radiology, I don't know. Like I said, I need somebody to explain that to me medically because, can everybody be a size 5? Can everybody I don't know. You said you had a doctor tell me I have a large rib cage and I'm top heavy. Okay. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I just know that I want to be healthy for me and all that other stuff, you said no on an x-ray, everybody's bones are the same. Adult women's pelvis, for the most part, is the same. Okay. That's pretty interesting, Jack. Yeah, I don't know, but I just know for me, I don't want to be in anybody's vehicle and I make their whole back of their vehicle go all the way down to the ground. If I do that, then I'm way too big. And I'm not making light of it or a joke, but it is something that happens. And people definitely need to know that's when you have really gotten too big. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say, just make yourself happy. Yeah, make yourself happy and die is really not a good thing. I think what's wrong with I think that's what's wrong with the BMI chart that's doctors use. Me too. I do think that there's certain things that, even medically, they need to kind of just readvise some certain things or look over some things. Because I don't know. I just think that some things are just not realistic, but maybe medically it could be. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. You said, Mika, I got a reduction. I used to be very top heavy. I'm sorry. Not to the ground. Oh yeah, you get into one of them vehicles and your stuff. If your car drop, if you or somebody, you get in somebody else's car, your vehicle drop all the way down to the ground. You really need to lose some weight. Yeah, something ain't right. So people need to stop with all that body positivity and just call a spade a spade. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's car vehicle should be going down that far. And I've seen it. Hey Phoenix, I've seen it where you think, you see some bigger people and they get in the back of people's cars and their whole back of that car just drop and them tires, bless their heart, the tires look like they straining too. And it's not funny, but it happens. You know what I'm saying? People just need to really take their life seriously, and if you need help, get the help. You know what I'm saying? If you need somebody to hold you accountable because you like to eat about 2 pieces, whole pieces, get somebody to help you to be accountable and stop lying to yourself. It's one thing. And when I used to watch 600 Pound Life, And Dr. Now would get on to these people, you know, and Dr. Now, he was very funny to me. And Dr. Now would just tell these people the truth. And they'd be like, well, I've been doing what you told me to do. And he's like, if you did what you were supposed to do, then you would have lost some weight. So we know that is not the truth. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Now would just be upfront with them and find out, you know, that they family members were enabling them, getting them food and stuff and bringing it to them and stuff when they know that was not on their diet. And when they went in to do a weight, when they did the weight in, and they would find out, you know, oh, they didn't lose any weight. They actually gained some, you know, Dr. Now would get on to them. And, you know, and it's like, quit lying to yourself and quit having people to enable you. Be around, get some people around you that will tell you no and tell you the truth. That's what we need. We don't need nobody enabling us. What's up, Machine Fit? We have enough of that. That's how you got to where you are. 600 pounds, 500 pounds, 400 pounds. You know, you sit up there and people just lying to you, knowing good and well. And some people don't want you to be any better or look any better because they know if you did, you would probably either leave them or you would, you know, have so many other options. Some people are really, really happy when all you do is eat, especially if they're enabling it because they know that you'll always depend on them. They want to, and if you get any independence, they won't have any need for that person. So that's one of the reasons why some people enable other people. So, but you have those enablers on their show, be sitting up there giving them food and stuff like that. And they just chomping down on that stuff. So I'm like, honey, if I see myself getting too tight and my face looking like it's being about to blow up, if I eat one more thing and it's about to blow up on the screen, I definitely know I've gone too far, and I need to first of all get my tail in the gym and do something. But really, people definitely don't need people to lie to them anymore. That's one thing I think the body positivity has done more harm than help people. It's just too many people lying to make other folks feel better about themselves when they need to tell them the truth. Like, no, you need to stop eating all that and you need to work out. Stop lying to yourself, you know? You said, watch my 600-pound life as an incentive to lose weight and hoarders as a motivation to clean up. Right. Honey, I always have stuff to remind me. I look at hoarders, I was like, oh, hell, better clean that damn closet. So, I'll be looking at all that kind of stuff and I say, how do people get there? But you don't know what people go through to make them to go through to be where they are. You'd be wondering what got them to the point to where they had like cat feces and all this kind of stuff just laying around the house and roaches crawling around on the walls and what do you call those bed bugs just crawling everywhere on the couches and you got to be in some just depression to go that route. What you say? Deborah says, Selena, you got me on the floor. I'm not trying to. I'm just talking to y'all like if y'all was right in front of me and we having a conversation because I just be wondering how is that even possible? Like, I'm a clean person. I'm a little junky at times, especially because I have so many clothes and shoes, right? So I be trying to find stuff to put, but I've never seen myself, even if I was depressed, like to allow me to just be, having all my, say for instance, you're on your cycle and you got your cycle pads everywhere on the floors and stuff just piled on top of trash. That's not, that's a sickness. you know, and depression is a mental illness, but it is definitely something, if it has gone that far where you are allowing yourself to go like that, you definitely need help. You need to find out is this okay? This behavior is okay. Or somebody, you know, say for instance, you know, I like to eat. Yeah, that's nasty. I like to eat. But there's no way I'm gonna sit up there and eat a whole pizza and then say, let me order another one. And I just keep getting pizza, getting fatter and fatter and fatter. And I'm looking at myself in the mirror and seeing how I look like a big old blow-up doll. And I'm like, what is with this? Like, people can't see themselves. I don't know. But you have people that will say, hey, Hassan, how are you? You have people that say, oh, I look good. And they just lying to themselves. Because when the camera is off and they're like they're behind their closed doors, they're crying, they're sad, they're not happy with how they look. Because they're mad when other people don't accept them for how they look, you know? And I just think that just be honest with yourself. You want to be desirable. You want to be healthy. You want men or women to look at you, to want you. That's just a part of being human. But people lie, act like, oh, I don't want that. They're going to have to accept me for me. Yeah, they're going to have to accept you for you. I understand that. But at the same time, do you really accept yourself for you? Do you really like how you look? And most of the time they don't. They just be lying to make themselves feel better about themselves. And then you got them, like I said, the hoarders. Some of them are nasty. They're not hoarding like clothes and shoes and stuff. They be having like keeping stuff like trash, you know, or like I said, you know, dog feces, cat feces, and the roaches, and then the bed bugs, and then the other type of little animals that is attracted to their house because of all the filth, you know. And they act like they don't see it, and they're just walking on top of trash. And then when people try to say, you need to throw this away, I'm not throwing this away, this is my house, and they just go crazy because they feel like somebody's trying to take something from them. Somebody's trying to take trash that has been here for 2 years, and you feel offended. Like, I don't get it. Like, that is a mental illness. Like, and people are not being for real. Like this, because at first I said, I'm just looking at this hoarders, and I'm like, I know this got to be a play. I know this got to be a play. I've never seen anybody like this in real life. I mean, hey, Albert, I've seen a couple of people that I'm like, dang, they got a nasty house, you know, or whatever. Or it's a little messy or whatever, especially if people got kids, you know, it's little kids. It's going to be messy. That's just normal. But I'm talking about some real nasty stuff. Like, I've seen some things, I'm like, damn, I don't want to sit in your house. I don't want to eat nothing in your house. Now, I had a former friend, their house was like that. And I never spent a night over her house. My daddy didn't have to tell me no, because I didn't want none of them roaches crawling on me if I slept in her, in her house, because I was scared of roaches. I hate roaches and cockroaches and water bugs. I hate them. So he didn't even have to tell me no. I wasn't gonna ask him if I could spend that over there, because she just had a nasty house. And I'm like, she had about 7 people to live there. And I'm like, don't nobody, even if the mama couldn't do it because she worked late hours, like, y'all need to be cleaning up this house. And I think her sister would try to clean up, but her brothers and stuff, they wouldn't. But I'm like, this is nasty. I don't want to see any roaches. No roaches. And I don't want to see anything, if I'm sitting down, have to be afraid of something crawling on me. That is so just disgusting to me. I'm sorry. I don't even know how I got on this, but it has something to do with hoarders. So I think that they had like a hoarding problem, or just nasty. I don't know. but I never ate anything from her house. I never spent a night over at her house because I just was too scared. I'm not going to work tomorrow, CX. Yeah, I'm just not. Yeah, look, I'm taking a break. But yeah, I had definitely I couldn't eat there and I couldn't sleep there because I was too afraid. Then I was also afraid that any roaches would crawl in my bag and then I would take them home. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't want that to happen. So yeah, I just can't watch hoarders for too long because it just really disgusts me that people are that mentally ill that they would allow this stuff to happen to them. But I try not to judge people, but we all do. But I do try to just say, be a little bit more understanding, be like, well, something had to happen to these people. Something had to happen. And I remember, I don't know if you guys I'm going from one thing to another. Do y'all remember did y'all see on the hoarders where it was like a house full of rats? This man had a house full of rats and they would just all be in his house and he made them as friends. And I've said, you are such a nasty person. He had rats as his friends. And all of them were in the house. And when they would see him coming, they would run up to him, I guess, like he was a friend. And because he would always have food and just throw it out on the floor. And he lived in a very rundown home. And he had a house full of rats. I'm telling you, it was about 100 of them. 100 of them rats. Every time he would come, they would be so excited to see him. And I'm like, this is some crazy mess. This is some crazy work, right? Some nasty work. But people have so many different issues and to be what they are. And I'm just like, honey, I don't want to have those type of issues. I really don't. Like, I just can't. Yeah, I just can't. Yeah, but I don't know how I got from body positivity to roaches and rats and cat feces, and I don't know how I got into all that. But you know me, once I start on something, I can go somewhere else with it. But it's because of the things that I've seen, you say near dead when my baby cousin's feces got on me. Oh my God. Oh, child, I ain't never seen nothing like that, but feces, no, I don't play that. Like, and that's why I keep my nails very clean, honey. I don't play with that. And I don't have no shit particles like the hippo said. I had I believe in baby wipes, tissue and baby wipes, okay, and wash your hands very thoroughly. I don't have shit. Oh, excuse me. I don't have stuff up under my nails, and I don't have all those type of problems. You know what I'm saying? You said yes. I saw that episode. He had a hard time emotionally with getting. Yeah, talking about them rats was his friends. I said, you know what? You really need to get a psychotherapist, psychiatrist, a counselor. You need Jesus, you need Buddha, you need everybody, because you are off the hook. If you saying that rats are your friends, oh my God, I done heard it all. Yeah, talking about them rats and some of them people, they look at them roaches and them bed bugs, I guess, as friends too, because they'll just see them, they crawl them. Oh, and this one lady, she was trying to cook something and they were crawling on her when she was cooking. And I'm like, ma'am, it's roaches crawling on you while you cooking. Usually roaches and water bugs, like, they're scared of you. So I don't understand. They were like getting on her as if they were familiar with her. And that I thought that was strange. Usually them kind of animals, those insects, they run from you. They don't gravitate to you. Like, what the hell is wrong with this? Like I was talking about the rats. The rats just came up to him like they were his friends because he fed them, you know? And I was just like, this is not normal. This is not normal. You said Michael Jackson wrote it. Yeah, Michael Jackson was kind of strange. But yeah, he had a little rat or something named Ben. But it wasn't a whole bunch of rats like this guy. This guy had a whole bunch of rats. He had like 100 rats in there he was taking care of and called them friends. So one rat, yeah, it's kind of crazy as well, but 100, like, that's weird. Because I know with Black people, we don't play that with no rats. Like, for real. We can be nasty, but they don't want to see no rat. They might deal with a roach. Some roaches. They ain't dealing with no rats. Okay? So, yeah, he was a little different. My brother saw a man infected with bed bugs at the welfare office. He said they were everywhere on him. Oh my God. And I had a part-time job at one point where I used to go and like be like a little nurse for some of these older people. This guy wasn't that old. And he was living with these white people, right? He was a Black guy. He was living with these white people upstairs. And the guy ended up, he was telling me before I came, well, he told me when I got there, he was like, I have a bed bug infestation, and they're supposed to be coming in and taking care of it. And I said, what? And I had never seen bed bugs. I've heard about them, but I was like, wait a minute, what the hell is this? What is he on? So I said, bed bugs. I said, so you moved in when you knew they had bed bugs? He said, no, I didn't know they had bed bugs when I moved in. He said, I guess, when he moved in, he started feeling some things like on his bed and stuff that kept, biting him. Found out it was bed bugs, so he told the owners. So the owners were like, well, we're going to get the exterminator to come to kill the bed bugs. And I was like, what the hell did I get myself into? So I told my manager, and they said, well, Selena, don't go back until they get that done. I said, yeah. But one day I had went home, and I saw one of them under my nail. It had got on my nail, and I had to check my whole, I got it and killed it. Then I had to take off all of my clothes and stuff. I think I threw my clothes in the trash or something because I was afraid that they might have some bed bugs on there and stuff like that. This was years ago. This was like 5 years ago. And thank God I didn't bring that infestation to my home. But I'm just thinking about what the hell. And they look like little fleas, and I never sit down on this couch or anything. I don't know how I guess, whatever I was doing, it got on me. So I was just going crazy. I was checking my head. I was checking everything. I had to take off my clothes, throw them away. I had to, I was going nuts. So I definitely didn't go back to his house because I was just like, I'm too afraid that even if they did take care of the infestation, with some of them still in there, would they still get on me or something? So I was scared as hell. Yeah, so that stuff ain't nothing to play with. I can understand sometimes we, we can get a little junky, but don't get nasty to where, you just let everything go. That ain't cute. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen some women, you would think, oh, they got it all together. They look good on the outside, honey. They house be just as nasty. And that's why I said some of these men, you better check these women out. Not saying everything got to be spotless, but some of these women nasty. So got to be very careful. You said, I remember they put my stuff in the storage to upgrade my apartments. When it came back, it had bed bugs and bed freak. The bed bugs freak the F out. Okay, yeah. Basically, they will definitely scare the hell out of you, and they will bite the hell out of you as well. So you definitely have to be careful about that. So watch out for them bed bugs, but that's only for people that doesn't upkeep their home, and they must have, maybe they got it from somewhere else. You just never know. How did I get from bed bugs to this over here talking about body positivity? I don't know, but it has something to do with something, I guess. The point of the matter is, yeah, basically get yourself together. Don't get offended because of people's preference. You may not be their cup of tea. And be healthy for you. That's basically all I can say on the body positivity. But don't lie to yourself, okay? Body positivity is not excusing your bad eating habits. That's not good. That's not body positivity. If I looked at body positivity, I would say be the healthiest you that you can be. Period. You know what I'm saying? That's how I would look at it. You said bed bugs can come from anywhere. Yeah, that's why I was thinking maybe it could come from anywhere. But you can't be clean. You can still get them. Okay, I guess the people that you bring in. Yeah, you gotta be careful about the people you bring in your home too, because you can come in on their clothes and on their hair or whatever, and get into your apartment or your house, and you're gonna be messed up and gonna have to pay thousands of dollars for the exterminator to come and get some things up out of there. Because honey, they multiply really fast. They really do. And they're like white little eggs. Because I saw that on Hoarders too. No, it was online. It was on YouTube. It was an exterminator, and he was going around showing this woman's house had a house full of cockroaches and those bed bugs, and they were some of the white little eggs of the bed bugs. They were everywhere, and they were just multiplying, just like the cockroaches. I said, "Oh my gosh!" And people are actually living in this house. I'm like, man, you can't be that nasty, but I guess you can. That would just creep me out. I couldn't even sleep in that type of environment, so I don't understand it. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get off this live. I think I done talked. Yeah, you itching, me too. I think I done talked enough. Talked about what I want to talk about with this body positivity stuff is a bunch of crock, bunch of lies. And I talked about how, you don't have to be super, you can be skinny and lean and still have a heart attack. It's happened. People run 5 miles a day and they end up having a heart attack and dying. So you don't, it's just be the healthiest you can be, basically. So I was talking a little about that. I was talking about the Lyft driver and the I called her a heavyweight. It's a heavyweight. She was I think she said she 500 pounds or whatever. The rapper. She trying to get a discrimination case, and it might work for her since she's in Michigan. It might work for her. She's in, I think, Detroit. So it might work for her. That law. Discrimination is I guess people that they can file discrimination if somebody about their weight, if their weight is too big, or somebody makes them feel like they are not giving them services because of their weight. So it might work for her. She might get that settlement. But I'm kind of like, homeboy, shoot, I don't want you messing up my car. Get you a big old van, you know, or something like that, and get in there, or SUV. You know, some people need a bigger vehicle. You know, so like I said, you know, I wouldn't have said it the way he would have said it, but you know, like I say, people say things the way they want to. I would have just told them, ma'am, I do appreciate your business, but at this time, I'm gonna have to refuse your services due to the weight limit on my vehicle or something like that. It may have still been offensive to her. She probably still would have filed discrimination against me as well. But I mean, I would have tried to say it in the best way I could, just to let her know, instead of me saying your ass is too big and I don't want you getting in my car and messing up my tires. You know, you could say it like that. And, you know, the way he was saying it anyway, he should have already just said it, because he was really rude anyway. So either way you go, people are going to find you rude, whether you like it or not, whether you like somebody's weight or you're not. And, you know, people are just they're going to get offended. In this world, it's easy to be offended. People are overly sensitive, and we are all easily to be offended on something. And that's just what it is. But like I said, be the best you can be. And don't make excuses for, you know, your behavior. Don't make excuses for how you look. It is what it is. Either you're going to do something about it or you're not. But whatever you do, make sure you do it for you and not for somebody else. That's my point. So I hope I said everything I need to say. Y'all have a good night. Since nobody didn't want to hit the panel and talk about this or whatever. And shout out to Oh So Dope. He has gotten 300 subscribers. Shout out to him for the milestone that he has made. He got 300 subscribers. And thank you guys for helping me so far get up to 2,000. I appreciate you for that. I hope that I can keep going farther and farther with even more better content and you know, farther in numbers. So I appreciate you guys for getting me up to 2K. Never thought I would have got there. So I appreciate you guys so much. I might go live tomorrow. Just depends on how I feel tomorrow. I'm definitely going to be enjoying just kind of relaxing and getting myself together again. Hopefully I'll be feeling better. But I had to finish doing this live because I have been putting it behind. I was supposed to be doing it, I think, Friday. And I just wasn't feeling it Friday. And then I was getting ready for an event and stuff. I just like, nah, I'll just wait. But I appreciate you guys for sticking in there with me. I got up to 20 something people, so that was a blessing. Late as it is. So guys, be blessed. Love you to Reese's Pieces. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Selena.
Baby, Oak Cliff girl, can't make you change my world. Damn, you're so fine, girl. Oak Cliff girl, put them heels on and roll.
Welcome to Selena's Couch, where you are welcome to be free to be yourself. So you can lay your head on my couch, on my pillows.
We can do whatever we want to do now. I'm in my bag right now, and I got a feeling, babe, yeah. You're gonna be my number one lover. Spend the night making love to each other, with the lights on top of the covers. Just me and you, baby. and I feel like you're mine.
Love you to Reese's Pieces.
Get you a word. Nana nana boo boo.